Hey, you doing guys? ZDEyE here. So I wanted to share my honest review for Red Dead Redemption 1 on the PlayStation 4. Now, I want to say as well, first of all, before I proceed, that I actually have never properly played Red Dead Redemption 1 previously. Now, on the PlayStation 3 version of the game, I only played about maybe give or take half an hour of the game, and that's it. That's all I played. Now, I do not remember the reason why, I didn't really continue playing since it's been already, 13 years or so since the last time this game released. And now that since it got a port, this was a fantastic opportunity for me to experience this game. And of course, one of the negative things that definitely this game deserves, and for whatever the choice that Rockstar Take-Two has chosen to make this game of a $50 price tag is incredibly steep. Now, I would say upfront right now, no, this game is not worth $50 price tag. Genuinely does not. Even if you're first time trying this game, there's so many things here that are a little bit questionable that it still is like, wait, what is going on here with that $50 price tag, genuinely. So I want to mention some of the good, some of the bad regarding this game, because there are some good, genuinely there are. But unfortunately, all of that good, it's only what was already present on the PlayStation 3 version of this game. So, I want to get into the positive first, and then we'll get to negative, the positive, negative, and so on. Some of the great storytelling that this game definitely has present. I genuinely like the narrative, even though I already knew how it would go about, in terms of the showing it and telling it. But I had a fantastic time of re-experiencing basically what this game had to offer in terms of its narrative and storytelling. So another thing I definitely want to mention, I think it's a part of the positive and also the negative. This game, even though it is a port, it definitely got a resolution boost in an extent, but not in terms of the resolution boost that the developers did some kind of work to improve it upon. But due to the more powerful console, that's the reason why it even did receive some sort of an improvement. That's why I'm mentioning it. This is a bit of a positive and also negative. That the negative is, well, there's been no mention, or at least no work has been done, at least noticeable, that there could actually been an improvement in towards this game's port, or perhaps maybe we should have gotten a remaster in this case. What's going on with that, right? So let's get into another positive, is that these characters within this world are genuinely memorable. Now, there are some things different comparing to Red Dead Redemption 2 and also Red Dead 1. Abigail is an example. She's a little bit more feisty in this one. Maybe it's also due to with the age she became more feisty. Kind of makes sense as well, since she had some difficulties. Makes total sense, right? And also John, he's a lot more brutal in here, right? He's a lot more calmer and a lot more collected in the Red Dead Redemption 2. And yet here he's a lot more kind of picky. Maybe I shouldn't say picky, like he still is calm and collected when he wants to be, but especially when he's having conversation with Uncle, well, he fucking hates the guy. But yeah, I don't really remember why there was such a fuss with Uncle and John, right, from Red Dead Redemption 2, why he's so kind of aggressive towards him. But also I kind of understand the reasoning as well. He's a lazy prick, like doesn't do nothing, right? But yeah, well, whatever in that case, right? So there's still some interesting and also quite satisfying shoutouts that that were present in Red Dead Redemption 2 that are here as well. And it's nice to see that the characters are grown up, but yet it's also kind of weird thing is there are differences, right? Arthur Morgan as an example, he's completely absent from here. And of course it makes sense why, since Rockstar never really planned to have Arthur as a character in Red Dead Redemption when they were making Red Dead Redemption 1 back in 2010, 8, 9, 10, right? And so when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, then they created these characters, and some of these characters were never present in Red Dead. So whatever, I guess in that case. Still, another thing, okay, since playing this game, I noticed quite a few weird noticeable animation bugs, especially when there's piles of corpses all around you when you kill them and stuff. Like you have some difficulties passing through them. Instead, you kind of have to jump over them, or you have to pass right by them. It's annoying. It's not really an issue, but also there's some kind of glitchiness that's happening, especially when there's some blurry damn textures. Like, there's so many things here that are so weird. For example, when there's so much grass going on, it's so blurry. It's so bad for your vision. It feels like I'm gonna bloody puke at one moment. It was so dizzying. And that's like a question, is like, wait, why did you not improve this? You see what I mean? Okay, so another positive thing I want to mention is that there still is somewhat of an engaging world that this game has to offer, right? There's occasional things happening randomly. I can't really say that they are necessarily that great, right? All you do is really shoot and help out the civilians and stuff like that. But yeah, there's obviously more to it. But still, it feels like there's a little too much of it, and also maybe a little bit too repetitive as well, since it occasionally happens too often. And same thing again and again. Like I said, it is bloody annoying. Okay, I have to mention this since I've used it many times. It's definitely negative. I don't understand why they didn't really improve the menu in terms of this map, right? Like, I zoom in the map, I will always use it because, you know, since I've never really played Red Dead Redemption 1, I wanted to see what kind of symbols mean, what did it mean. I want to have a description and a few things that are very questionable. For example, the map has not been improved in terms of the quality of the resolution. It's like, wait, what's going on with that? I want to read out the names, I need the titles, I need something of the description, right? And yet the few things that's just very questionable has not been improved on. And it's just like, wait, what's going on with that? Other than, like, you know, the button layouts that you can clearly see what you can press on, well, they are high definition, but yet everything else is not. It's such a cool, weird, like, decisions that they made here, seriously. So I love the soundtrack in this game, but I'm gonna say this. Red Dead Redemption 2 soundtrack was far better. I think they are very well present here. They definitely are well in tone of the design in here, but I really like that. It's definitely a positive. So you see, this game has a lot of like nice resolution boosts, but also there's some very weird ones. For example, like I mentioned, I want to mention that the resolution boost only improves it due to the next generation of consoles, but also the developers didn't really do much of an improvement due to, I don't know, lazying, or maybe Rockstar or Take-Two never approved it, only that their job was to do, simply having a port for the PS4 version of this game. Yet another questionable decision, why not a PS5 version of the game as well? 30 FPS, that's another thing, that this game definitely could have easily ran at 60 FPS. So yeah, price tag $50 for this game unfortunately is not worth it. Now, if I would have to give it a score, I can't, on my good conscience, give this game a 10 or a 9 or even an 8. It's just not possible. This game is way too outdated for me to give it that high of a score. Even the story and elements in here that were incredible back in the day, well, I'm sorry, they genuinely do not hold up any longer. They, like, some of the questionable decisions and missions design that you have to do, like, it's kind of stupid. But maybe it's also because we got so spoiled with like so many big AAA games that have been coming out recently, and also Red Dead Redemption 2 kind of already showed us what it's capable of. But again, like I said, it's not exactly fair, but nevertheless, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of comparison between a lot of games, and the decision that they made to make a port of a $50 price tag, well, that's not a questionable decision to make. So if I would have to give on the highest as I could, 7. 7 out of 10, that's what this game would definitely deserve to get. Now, before I proceed, I want to mention, this review is strictly all about the main game. This excludes the Undead Nightmare. I'll have a different video, a review of Undead Nightmare specifically. I wanted to have an experience kind of the main original game, and then I want to have an experience of the Undead Nightmare. I'll be starting up to play the Undead Nightmare soon, and I'll experience what that is like, and then I'm gonna have a compiled review on a different video, perhaps even go 100%, get a platinum trophy. I do not yet know about that though, at least not at the moment. Alright guys, that's all I wanted to mention a little bit about this, and genuinely I had a fun time with this game for sure. Like and subscribe, see you guys all, and have a wonderful day.